In all of the U.S., we are learning that the outbreak is growing. In fact, the number of states hit by swine flu south of the border has just doubled. The acting head of the Centers for Disease Control says there are 10 states dealing with the outbreak right now, and the official count of the number of cases is getting close to 100. The CBC's Paul Hunter is tracking the outbreak in the U.S. and joins us now from Washington. So, Paul, just give us the latest. And I know you and I have talked over the past few hours. It does continue to change. How do things look as we speak?
Yeah, you know, as things change and they continue to change rapidly, the headline remains, and we just heard it in that news conference, don't panic. But that said, the next thing you're going to hear in every news story and every news conference is indeed these numbers are growing. 91 confirmed cases now in the United States, and you talk about the additional states that have come into that grouping of states where there are confirmed cases. This now includes Massachusetts, Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, and Indiana. We know a little bit more about the infant who died in Texas, the first person to die associated with this swine flu outbreak outside of Mexico. Of course, the toddler was from Mexico City, came up to Brownsville, Texas. That's right on the border of the Mexico-Texas border, right on the edge. April 4th, 4 days later, began showing symptoms of the flu and was taken to hospital in Houston, where the little boy died Monday night. So much is being made of that today as the numbers increase to have that first person to die inside U.S. territory, despite the fact that the little boy came from Mexico. So numbers are changing rapidly. We also heard about we knew already that California had declared a state of health emergency, likewise across the United States. Now this issuance of a disaster proclamation in Texas. All of those are designed simply to free up resources, to get more antiviral medications made available in Texas, as it was in California, and to other states that need it. So things are changing rapidly.
And in this dynamic situation, we know that President Obama was talking earlier today about the outbreak situation. What advice does he have?
Yeah, well, he called it a very significant situation right now, and talked about people have to be at a heightened state of vigilance. You have to be aware of your own health, of the health or potential symptoms of people around you. He said schools might have to close, some schools. These were words that he sort of stopped before cameras and reporters just before heading off to St. Louis, where he was giving a town hall in advance of his primetime news conference tonight back in Washington. But here's a little bit of his advice that he had this morning.
I would also urge health agencies in local communities to be vigilant about identifying suspected cases of this virus in your areas and reporting them to the appropriate state and federal authorities in a timely way. We need your assistance. It's also the recommendation of our public health officials that schools with confirmed or suspected cases of H1N1 should strongly consider temporarily closing so that we can be as safe as possible.
So Barack Obama saying as well, the United States will do whatever it takes as this situation unfolds. At the same time, his Secretary of Homeland Security, Janet Napolitano, was on Capitol Hill testifying before lawmakers, made a few points there. She said, look, this is a very serious situation. There's a lot we don't know about it still at this point. They are preparing for a true pandemic just in case. They are not considering it that yet, but they are preparing in case it unfolds that way. And she underlined that however this unfolds, they are expecting this to be a marathon, not a sprint.